So after I posted this boomerang on my story, a bunch of people messaged me asking how I liked the products or how I liked the brand, and I thought it was just easier to make a video instead of responding the same thing to each person. And also I can just go in depth a little more on video versus over text. And also I'm doing this in English because some of my English speaking friends asked me to, so everybody can understand. Okay, I only got 3 products. I got the primer, I got a serum, and an exfoliator. And I'll just start with the primer. So that's the primer. And when I used it for the very first time, I thought I didn't like it. But actually, it was just the foundation over top that I used that just didn't go with the primer. I just don't really like that foundation. It was the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, which everybody kind of loves, but I didn't like it, didn't work for me. And I thought it was a primer, but then I used the primer with a bunch of different foundations, and I actually really do like it. It has like that silicone-y feel to it, but not too much. It's just like, you know, your pores are gonna look good with it, but it's not like too silicone-y, and just goes on really well. Also, I guess some people like don't even use a primer at all and wonder why they even need a primer, but just to explain that really briefly, a lot of people get oily throughout the day or shiny, whatever, and then they just put powder on top and more powder, which is going to make you look cakey. The reason why you get oily in the first place is because your natural oils come throughout the day, and if you use a good primer, it just creates a barrier between your skin and the foundation. So that's the reason why you need a primer. So you don't want to, you know, just pile on powder and make it all cakey. And yeah, so I don't use a primer every single day, but if I do have time, like I want to use it. It's gonna make everything look a little bit more smooth. So yeah, that's the primer, and I like it. You can tell I've used quite a bit of it, and yeah. So the second thing I got is this serum. It's called the Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5 serum. Pretty much what that is for is hydration. So it's a hydration serum. There are a bunch of different serums, but this specific one is for hydration. And how that works is that the hyaluronic acid in there attracts moisture. So you have to use moisturizer on top of this, because if you just use it, it cannot attract any moisture if you don't put any moisture over top, if that makes sense. So that's basically what the hyaluronic acid does. I really like it. You can tell I've used pretty much half of this already. I use it morning and night. After you cleanse your face, use the serum, and then put the moisturizer on top. And it just also generally helps with your skin tone and like glow. Like, I love the glow that it gives you. Just a really nice feeling. It's like a little bit sticky, but then you put it on your face and it just sinks into your skin, and yeah, it's fine. That was the first serum I've used in my skincare routine, and since I started using it, I honestly like don't ever leave it out. I don't ever leave that step out because I just really like the feel of it, and I think it does help my skin a lot. So that's why I like it. The third thing I got is this chemical exfoliator. I don't have that much of an opinion about this product yet. Okay, so first of all, there's 2 kinds of exfoliators. There's physical exfoliators and chemical exfoliators. A physical exfoliator is a scrub, for example, and this doesn't have any like grains or anything in it. But I like that a lot better than physical exfoliators, because they just tend to like scrub your skin and like not really actually do anything for you, because what an exfoliator is supposed to do is to remove your dead skin cells. But I haven't used this enough, honestly. Like, you're supposed to use this 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm just kind of lazy with that stuff and I tend to forget. So I've only used it a couple of times. The times that I did use it, I did like it, but it's also not like it made the hugest difference. I don't know. I mean, you can try it. I like it, but I don't love it. But I want to keep using it, and maybe if I actually do it 2 to 3 times a week, I will like it a lot more. And when you do put it on, you feel a little bit of a tingle, which usually people say you shouldn't feel a tingle when you use an exfoliator, but I think like it's fine. It wasn't anything terrible. It wasn't like I want to wash it off or anything. Like, it's fine. I do want to try out a lot more products from the brand because I love how affordable they are for good skincare. So yeah, I've only used these 3 products, but I definitely want to try more. If you have any other questions or want to know anything, you can just message me.